Hey guys, so for today's video, this is going to be my long-awaited room transformation video. My room has gone through many phases, and it has now been in the works for a very long time. Literally, my room looked like this at one point. I've never posted any kind of like room tour on my channel just because I've never reached a point where I was fully satisfied with my room, and at this point, I just feel like that's just never gonna happen. I don't think I ever will be fully satisfied with my room. So I decided that today I'm going to be actually just taking you guys along with me through the process of transforming my room into what it is now. Okay, so before we begin, I actually wanted to give you guys a little history of my room. First, my room was actually once a garage. Yes, you heard that right. I actually decided to paint my room white around a year ago, but I never got around to fully finish decorating my room, so that's what I'm gonna be doing today. One of the main things I wanted to do first is actually transform this wall in my room. Like, I don't think you guys understand how much I hate how easily it is for the side of my room to get this cluttered because of the lack of organization. So I decided to finally give in to my urge and completely tear down this wall and give it a whole makeover. I decided to begin by decluttering this corner of my room, and please tell me I'm not the only one with that one corner in the room with the pile of mess that you just throw all of your clothes into. Anyways, the amount of satisfaction that I got from finally getting rid of everything in this little corner was unreal. So once I finished sorting through that whole little corner and decluttered everything, I proceeded to take down everything else from my wall because I was being serious about tearing everything down. There's a spider in the corner. It's so scary, look. It's so big. And I did end up having several Bob the Builder moments throughout this video. But once I was successfully able to remove everything from this wall, I decided to move on to the decorating. I had already actually had this idea that I wanted to make this part of my wall a photo wall. I started off by actually hanging up these fake plants that I had, and I actually wanted them to serve as kind of like a frame, and you guys will see what I mean in a bit. Once I finished up with that, I then proceeded to actually take the pictures that I printed out like a week ago, and I decided to lay them out on my bed just to be able to get a better idea of how it's gonna look like when I do hang them up. I then spent the next 30 minutes or so pretty much just cutting these up and putting them up on my wall, making it look cute or whatever. And now you can enjoy this quick time lapse of me doing that. Once I finished covering up majority of the wall, I actually decided to stop a little over halfway through just because I was actually planning on moving my dresser here, so I didn't want it to like cover up the whole wall, so I just stopped there for now. This is now the part where I actually had to call in my cousin to come and help me move the dresser and carry it across the room because my 110-pound self could never. I was a bit scared though at first because I thought that the dresser would not end up fitting in that little corner, but luckily enough it was like meant to be and it fit perfectly like a puzzle piece, so that worked out. So this ended up being the end result of that same messy corner that I first showed you guys. Let's now just take a moment to quickly appreciate the major glow up that this corner of my room had. I honestly never thought this day would come. But now let's move on to this wall that was also in need of a major glow up. If I'm being honest, I didn't really know where to start. But one thing I knew was that I needed to get rid of that shelf. This shelf has actually been up in my room ever since I was born. And it has always just bothered me because it is just there. It serves no purpose. All it has ever done is given me more room for clutter. But anyways, enough of the shelf slander. Once I was able to remove it, as you can see, there was still leftover paint from when my room literally used to be painted with blue and purple stripes. Like, what? This obviously meant that I now needed to clear my wall and get ready to do some painting. Okay, so the whole painting process ended up taking me a lot longer than I thought it would. There was so many holes on my wall from all the times that I've poked stuff into my wall, so this is me covering those up. In case you guys are wondering, I am using wall clay to cover those up as well as sanding down my wall before like I paint it. I wanted to be able to get as much painting done as I could in that same day. So once I let the first layer dry, I ended up also doing a second layer, and so I ended up leaving the paint to dry overnight in hopes that it would be done by the next morning. I also ended up realizing that there was several spots in my room that actually needed touch-ups, and so I spent the next hour or so painting over those as well. Oh god. This ain't it. Okay, so I just finished painting my wall. That honestly didn't take as long as I thought it would, but it is now like the afternoonish and I have some Amazon packages that finally came in the mail and I'm gonna open them for you guys. So the first item we got is this Starry Night projector. I've been waiting for this. I've honestly been debating getting this for like months. TikTok convinced me. I really wanted it for my room. Hopefully it looks as nice as it does on TikToks. But yeah, so I decided to get this because I thought it would be like a nice addition to my room and I thought that it would make it look really cool at night. But yeah, I'm gonna be setting this up later towards the end of this video, so stick around for that. Next, we got some hangers. Nothing exciting, but I have been needing these. I specifically got these for the clothing rack that I told you guys about. Okay, I just realized that I haven't mentioned at all that I had actually gone IKEA shopping earlier this month for some stuff in my room. I actually wanted to insert clips of me doing that at some point in this video just to show you guys the process of me buying stuff for my room. So here it is. Originally I was gonna get wooden hangers, but then I realized that I didn't want the clothes to be like slipping off, so I decided to get these gray non-slip hangers, so that should be convenient. And one of the last packages, I actually got this fuzzy carpet that I'm gonna be like laying out in my room. So now I'm just gonna be putting up this clothing rack that I've been super excited about. Hopefully it's not too difficult, but yeah, I'm excited, so let's get into it. Okay, so this is the final product, and someone let me know, is this supposed to be just as tall as me? I wasn't expecting it to be that tall, but I like it, it's cute. So I'm probably just gonna wait until tomorrow to put up like the decorations on the wall and like the hangers and all that, just because the wall is still wet. I'll update you guys tomorrow. Okay guys, so it is now the next morning and I know I look dead. I literally just woke up right now, but I'm excited because my wall is officially dry. I'm gonna start putting up decorations today. So I do have these photos that I printed out like a week ago. I'm gonna be cutting these up right now. I also have these that I want to hang up. I have some extra LED lights that Amazon sent me on accident. I'm not too entirely sure how exactly I want the wall to look yet, but I'll kind of just go with it and see how it comes along. I'm not making any sense, sorry, I don't have brain cells, but I'm just gonna start off with these pictures, so let's just get into it. Okay, so this is what I have so far. This took me like an hour. I think it looks really cute. I honestly love just how full the wall looks. That's kind of like what I was going for. So my walls are like really tall, and at the very top I do have like LED lights along like the whole wall, but usually like in my videos you can't ever see the lights because they're so high up. So what I'm thinking about doing is I'm gonna actually remove them and kind of replace them so that they're like over here instead, and you can actually see them like in my videos, just because I just feel like you can never see them. I do have to go get my ladders though so that I can reach that, but yeah, let's just see how it works out. Okay, so it is now the next day and I got the ladder, so I'm gonna be using it to take off those LED lights from the top and pretty much reposition them. So now for a quick time lapse. So once I finished removing the LED lights from the top of my room, I decided to reposition them towards the bottom half of my room like I did here, and this is the result of that. In my opinion, I think this looks way better, especially in the nighttime. Like guys, look at this. Does it not look super cool? I also turned on the starry light projector, which I showed you guys earlier, and it makes the vibes in my room so much more immaculate. Like, just imagine yourself laying in this room with some Frank Ocean playing in the background. That is indeed chef's kiss. So now, after having spent an excessive amount of time working on just one side of my room, I finally got around to begin working on the other parts of my room a few days later. So another one of the major changes that I've been wanting to make to my room is actually getting rid of this other shelf. And yes, if there is one thing you learned about me in this entire video, it is about my hatred towards shelves. I had to once again call in my grandfather to come and help me get rid of it because cancel shelves 2020. And once again, because these shelves have been up in my room for such a long time, when we did manage to get rid of it, there ended up being like this super ugly paint left behind it. And if I'm being honest, I was way too lazy to whip out the paint and begin painting again. So what I decided to do was actually cover it with these leftover fake plants that I had. Honestly, I'll probably one day go back and redecorate that part of my room, but as of now, this works. It's fine. It looks cute, so I just left it like that. And now lastly, for this last side of my room, I actually decorated this wall a year ago, and if I'm being honest, I didn't want to make any major changes because I still think it's cute. I still haven't really gotten fully tired of it, but I did want to make some minor changes, so that's what I'm going to be doing right now. I actually recently thrifted these new decoration pieces for my wall, so I decided to put those up, and that is what I'm doing here. I've actually been in desperate need of a new jewelry holder just because I've been getting a lot of jewelry that's getting like all tangled up, and I had a little DIY moment and I actually decided to use this little stick I had as a jewelry holder, which I thought was so cute and just went perfectly with the aesthetic of my wall. Like, yes. And now one of the last things I had to decorate was this like little empty wall that I have above my bed. And if I'm being honest, I didn't really know what to do with this wall either. And so I just kind of threw on some fake plants just to kind of not make the wall so boring. I just tried to make it look cute, and this is the result of that. But yeah, so that is pretty much it for all the redecorating that I did. I'm honestly become super obsessed with my room, considering that it has never looked this good. Okay, so now for one of the final touches that I had made in my room. I actually forgot to mention that I had actually had another package on the way from Amazon. And yes, this is one of the many purchases that I made because of TikTok. I decided to order this super cool like rainbow film privacy thing for my window. When I first saw it on TikTok, I thought it was the coolest thing ever, not just because of the fact that it makes it so that you have rainbows in your room, but it also makes it so that you can't see through the windows. And when I tell you guys I've been needing this, I've been in desperate need because my window curtains are so thin that you can literally look in my window and see everything. But yeah, it was pretty easy. I pretty much just took the measurements, cut it up, and put it to the length of my window. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to cover every inch of it just because I ran out, but I am planning on buying more. And right away, since the sun was hitting my window, you were able to see the rainbow on my wall, which is so cool. Once I finished, I just put my curtains back up, and this is what it looked like. It is literally the coolest thing ever, and I'll have a link down below in case you guys also want to go like check it out. Definitely a 10 out of 10. Okay, so before we enter the room, I just quickly wanted to address the dozens of questions I've gotten in the past about why I have 2 beds in my room. And the simple answer is, I share rooms with my sister. I know, it sucks. Anyways, now let's actually go into my room. Okay, so the first thing you see is my sister's bed. Her bed's actually on the left side of the room, which is right next to this huge mirror closet thing that we have. Right above her bed, there is this collage decoration that I told you guys I put up not that long ago. But anyways, before you guys leave a million questions asking what is in those like little doors, I probably should have mentioned this earlier, but they're actually just like little storages that used to be in this room when it was a garage, and we pretty much just keep random things in there like big blankets and stuff. But we're just not going to open those because they are way too messy, so let's move on. Moving to the right, you see this huge mirror that I actually put up and I absolutely love because I actually do my makeup here. This little desk was originally my designated study spot. I don't ever actually study on this desk, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, not anything too special. To the right of that, you see like these little decorations that I just finished showing you guys. But right under those decorations, you see this like little nightstand that is pretty much next to my bed. And next to the nightstand, I actually have these little like basket organizers. I pretty much use this to organize all my hair products and stuff like that. But yeah, so now moving on to my bed. My bed is right under this huge storage thing, so that's why there's like this little arc above it, but we're just gonna ignore that. On my actual bed, I don't like keeping too much clutter on it. I really just like to have my pillows on there and that is it, so that's why it looks super boring. And right in front of my bed, you see the dresser. I really just wanted to minimize the amount of clutter in my room, so I tried to keep the least amount of things as possible on each like countertop. So on my dresser, all that I have is just like my plant, my Rilakkuma bear, and then my perfumes, and that's it. Then to the right of that, you pretty much see the entire wall that I finished decorating today. Super proud of it. You guys pretty much already got an in-depth view of where everything is from, so I'm not even gonna go into it. And that pretty much wraps it up for my room. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Okay, so that was it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, if I ever do decide to make any more drastic changes to my room, I'll make sure to update you guys or even post a part 2 to this video, so definitely let me know if you guys want to see that from me. And just a reminder, if you guys don't already have your post notifications on for me, make sure to turn those on so that you guys know when I upload. Also, if you guys don't follow me on social media already, make sure to follow me. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Definitely let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments. I really need some opinions on like what more I can do to my room, because I've just been like really uninspired lately. I feel like my room like lacks creativity, and like I definitely could add more to my room considering how like big it is. But yeah, love you guys very much and bye!